I'm Nacho Vergara. I'm an artist and sometimes I also work as a cultural event organizer, and also I give some classes of painting and whatnot. I mainly work as an artist, so every other job I have is intent to keep my artist career going. You don't have to spend all your time painting, you have to do many more things. For example, knowing people, making the good connections, all this work that is going around painting that helps your career. So when you are working for other people or other things that are not your art, it's important to focus and to know that everything you do is also helping your art project. Here in Spain is very, very difficult to make it as an artist. I think it's related with the lack of money and lack of inversion in art investment.
But do you believe there is a segment that even when people are not rich, they can still buy art? For example, if they cannot afford spend 500 on a painting, maybe they can afford spend 50. There is a segment lower, like Ryanair, like EasyJet. The affordable airlines made fly so cheap that everyone could afford flying. Do you think perhaps that is a solution, is making your art cheaper for the people who has no money?
I think it's a mentality of strategies. You can compete by lowering the price, or you can compete by being the best and being so good that they want to buy your art.
How do you define best?
The word best is not very good here, but becoming so good that the people will want to buy your art. And I think that there's enough people buying art to support a large group of good artists. So, but I think what we should do is make more people buy art and educate people to understand how important art in the life is. So they will buy more.
So do you think that you are turning art and art investment, collecting art as from a personal pleasure, a personal selfish act, you are turning it into a selfless?
No, not selfless. If you buy art, it's because you want that art and because you know how to appreciate it. I don't think art or culture should be looked at as a child that needs help. We have something really valuable, and I think culture is one of the most important legacies that humankind has, if not the most important, because if without that we are almost nothing. For me, it's the meaning of life. Money is also a way of acknowledging your art. In many cases, for example, I last many times doing a painting. Many times, a lot of time painting a piece. So I cannot sell it for less than
the time you spend.
The time I spend, because otherwise I will lose money, and I want to be able to keep painting. When you create a painting, you are leaving so much of you there. You cannot sell it, but for less than an appropriate amount of money, because it doesn't feel right.
If you spend so much time painting this painting, where other artists could spend half the time, isn't the fact you spent too much time your problem?
Well, maybe I won't call it a problem. I will call it a different process. For example, let's say Edward Hopper. You see a painting, and probably I could paint that painting in 2 or 3 sessions. It's not very hard, the technique is not very hard, but what is hard is coming up with that image. If you are painting bad, for example, I know many painters that paint maybe one picture a day, and they are so bad that no one wants to buy those because I don't know,
But they
it's
can
not
still
good
be
enough.
bad when they paint one work 1 month. They can still be bad, no?
They can still be bad, but it's harder, and if they intend to and they spend so many hours in a painting, it's gonna work out. It's gonna pay off because little by little you learn and you get better and better. But when you don't put all you got in every painting, is you're not reaching your bar and you're not pushing it. You're just moving in your circle of what you know, and sometimes that's fine when you came up with a project and you are in productivity phase and you know exactly what you want to paint. Is matter of just painting and that's it. You can be fast, but sometimes you just want to push everything into and to put everything in one painting and make the painting. And while you're making that, you're learning, and the next painting you're painting, you know how to paint some things that you didn't before, and you can be faster.
Would you want to make a living, or would you mind make a living as an artist without selling one single artwork?
How could that be?
Yes, there are many artists making a living out there without selling their artwork. It's called merchandising.
Mm-hmm. Like, for example, in t-shirts or something like that. I wouldn't mind that. For example, for me it's not that thing is not devaluating the art piece. If you sell your work and in t-shirts or in pillowcases or something like that, if you earn to keep painting, I think it's totally okay. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Have you ever thought about this way to make a living?
Not seriously, because I don't know I don't know how to do it, or I don't have many clues to start or something like that. But yeah.
What you think that will help you grow the most?
But sell my work.
And you would sell it primarily through galleries?
I don't work with any galleries, but I think a good gallery can do a good promotion of you, can introduce you to many clients. Also, I think that nowadays you have many tools to do it by your own.
That means you get 100% of the sale, not 50%.
Yes.
So then would you be willing to invest 50% on your own communication? Because otherwise...
That's a good point to do. That's a good
otherwise
point.
the gallery would have taken it anyway. So would you spend that much?
Well, it's an interesting point.
How much are you spending currently
In
your communication?
My communication? 0.
Yeah, well, okay, you have a website.
Yeah.
That's $12 a year.
Yeah, actually.
That's not 0. That's $12 a year. Yeah, okay.
60 euros a year, and
With the hosting.
With hosting, and yeah, the time I spend on Instagram and Facebook. Maybe I don't think about that because I don't know how to think about that. I don't have the knowledge. I don't know how to. So maybe what I lack is education in that area.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. So would you be interested just if someone would teach you like a course or a coach?
Yeah, I think it's a powerful tool, and certainly is the future. So as soon as you get the knowledge is the better.
Imagine you have $1,000 in euros in your pocket and you shoot or you think about investing in your career. So you have three choices. The first choice is a gallerist in Paris told you to bring your work to Paris and meet him or her so you could talk about future collaboration, future possibility of representing you. So it's a possibility. So you have to fly there with your work, and that's money. You have to book a hotel, that's money. So you would have to spend on that. Or you spend it, for example, during ARCO, you can buy a small booth, rent a small booth, but tiny one with your own name. Imagine you with your own name, or of course with the gallery's name, but it's your solo show in a small booth. 1,000 you cannot buy much, no? So it's a small booth, only your work during the 1 week of ARCO. Or you would rank top on the Google search when people search your style, for example, colorful, abstract portrait. Your niche, you would come first. So which one would you choose?
I think I would go for Google.
You're actually the only artist who said it. Yeah.
I think I would go for Google, for sure. I mean, there's no doubt.
Other people choose go to Paris. Guess why?
I think I would try to. I would choose Google, but if a gallery in Paris wrote me about that, I would try to do it somehow. I would find my way to do also without spending money.
Yeah.
I think I'm very good at that. I have many resources to do many things without spending much and good results.